Hello and thanks for joining me for some more of The Last Caretaker. As you can see, it is still shitty weather. Can't do anything about it. I've tried waiting it out. Did a bunch of scrapping and cleaning up in between episodes to try and get past the weather for you guys. But at least the visibility is not too bad down here. So we're picking up shortly after the last episode where we hooked up. We're at the Exodus station. The rocket's up there. We hooked up power to it and we dropped down this ladder from up there, which means we can now go up and down this ladder. And so we've moved the boat from the first entrance over there to here. Today we're going to start hooking up some gas. So I've built a couple of, there's two boxes there on the deck. I've got a bunch of parts in there that I crafted up in between episodes for some methane tanks. Here's the parts list here, and some oxygen tanks as well. So we're going to build a couple of these down here. So we're going to pop one there. You've got to double tap the E now. And we're going to do two of the oxygen as well. Pop them over here. Okay. Over here we are going to do some of these gas cable extenders. Let's pop one of them there. Double tap. Let's pop one here. Put in another one. Here. Gonna put one there, and then one here. I think that should probably do me. Alright, so we're gonna hook this over here. So we have methane and oxygen. We've got an oxygen tank down here that's full. We've got a methane tank down here that's full. So there will be a playlist, a link to the playlist down in the description. If I can get back up on the ship, let's just swim around to the ladder. Wow, what is going on with that noise? Alright. Okay. So, sorry, that noise was distracting me a little bit there. Okay, so yeah. There'll be a link in the description for the playlist of this series. And in there you will find episodes. There'll be an episode on methane and oxygen production, which basically shows how I've set up our saboteur reactor down under here. You'll also find a video for food production, which also produces methane. So we've got a food factory set up. Don't actually want that one hooked in there. I want this one to come over here. Let's plug that in there, and we're going to make that one way. That's going to go in there. That one is going to go in here, and that's going to be one way. That is going to hook into here. This one is going to come across to here. That's going to hook in. Yeah. Oh, that'll be fine. Plug that one in there. Might move this one back a bit. Let's pop this one a bit more forward. Grab that. Let's get rid of that one. Put that in there. And yep, one way. This one can go one way. All right. So we also have methane and oxygen in here as well. So we've got a full tank there and a full tank there. So there is one of these on the station that you can fix up, but you'll need to supply it with CO2 and water. All right, but that is all draining because of the one-ways that we put on there. That's all draining from our tanks on our ship, and then it's going to send it this way. So let's put that away. Let's climb up the ladder here. A little bit dark up here, so we'll pop our light on for a minute. And okay, let's put one of these here. Yep, there should do it. I'll put another one about there. I guess we'll put one here. Try and keep that neat and tidy if we can. And we'll let me put one here. Okay. Alright. That'll do us for now. Put that in there. Hop down here and hook that in there. This one here. That one around there. That'll be fine. Grab this. How many cables do I have? Heaps. So I'm gonna climb down here. And we're gonna plug that in there. Alright, maybe we'll plug it that side. Or maybe that's a bit neater. Okay. So do have both the methane and the oxygen going through the same cable here until here, then it splits off. Alright, and the same thing will happen here. So, we've still got plenty of cables on us. Alright, so let's head back up here. And actually it looks like our our power has finished filling up the rocket. We can actually grab these as well. And you'll notice these are not doing anything. That's because we have nowhere for it to go because the other tanks are one way. But they'll, by the time we come back, they will pop. Bring these across here. It's about as far as we're going to get there. So we'll pop down another one of these here. Plug her in. Grab that. Jump across here. And we'll put one of these about there. Plug that in. Yeah. Let me see. Want one right about here. Should do the job. So pop that in. Plug that in there. Okay. Up these stairs. So these are the water tanks. You can fix them up if you want to use the saboteur that's here. Let's have a look. I think this is about where... Okay, let's grab that and toss it. Could be wrong, but I think this is about where I put those last connectors. Let's pop this one out here. Let's grab this and jump over. Oops. That's not where I wanted to go. I'm not going to be able to bungee back up there. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's pick up some poop. Oops. Get the ladder. And back up again. And follow the cable again. All right. So it's sort of in the right spot. Let's grab it from here. And let's try a little more carefully. Okay. Now we should be able to hook in there. Back up the stairs. And it is always dark and stormy here whenever I'm trying to do a video. So let me know in the comments below if you guys ever have nice weather here, or is it just this location? Is it always stormy? But pop one of these here. Actually. Let's see. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll bring it across here. About there should do it. So, oops. Let's get back up there. Let's grab our cable and jump down there. Plug that in. Grab that one and bring it across here. Okay. Let's run over to the power station. And we'll grab our box of supplies from there. And we might turn the mains on now too. I should probably take care of this guy while we're here. And I want to leave that shut. Because there's usually some of the dark slimes in there. And I'm hoping if there are some in there that they might multiply. Get that source of calcium. Alright, so let's have a look at our battery situation up here. Yeah, it's slowly charging up. Alright, I won't turn the mains on just yet. I'll let those batteries get a bit of charge in them first. Speaking of batteries, we don't need our flashlight on. Let's grab this box. This box has just got some materials in it. And I've tossed it onto our cable. So let's see. Alright, that should be fine. Alright. Let's run this back over the other side. Yeah, I suppose I can run it over this way. Toss it down there. Whoops. Got it to go over the edge. Alright, so this is a saboteur reactor. You could fix this up if you wanted to. It will cost quite a few bits and pieces. I'm not going to worry about that because I'm producing methane and oxygen on my ship and at my food factory. And our ship produces CO2. Which this needs, so you'll also need to probably set up, if you were going to use this one here, you would need to use one of these generators. Probably recommend the large one. The small one will do the same thing. You need to fill them up with petrol. And they will produce CO2, which you would plug in over here somewhere. Where is it? Power. Okay, water. CO2 in there. Oxygen comes out of here, methane comes out of here. But like I said, we've got our own supply on our ship, so I'm not going to worry about that. In fact, I might even just dismantle that, get some bits back for it, and that'll stop it doing all its sparkly and messing up my frames. Okay, so let's put in one of these over here. another one here like that. This one come across a hook into there. This one can be one way into there. This one can be one way into there. This one way out. And there goes my frames again. This one can be one way out. Okay. Now let's head up here. And we will pop in another one of these over here. Oh, well, maybe we want it up there. That's fine. Put one there. Let's cruise up here. Whoops. All right. Pop that there. Pop another one at the top here. Let's see. All right. Pop one there. Put one over here. One there. And one there. And we don't have enough iron on us. Do we not have any in here? Do. All right. So up here, let's grab that. Jump down here and hook that in over here. Plug that one in there. Grab that one and jump down here. And plug it in here. That one up to here. This one to here. This one across here. That should be fine. Plug that in there. This one and hook it in here. Okay, so now we can open this up. That is the methane. So we can plug that in there and that'll start filling up the methane. Plug this one over here. Open up this hatch. That is the oxygen. We'll plug that in there. And there we go. So, oops, what happened there? Plug in, please. I am a bit short on cables. I have any rubber on me? Don't. There will be some in my box. It's just down here though. Let's see if I'm in range of it now. Let's just make a couple more cables. Okay, so now we have the oxygen and the methane filling up. Our power here is already full, so we can disconnect this one. We can close that. Alright, let's just disconnect that for a minute so that it'll use that canister there. Wait for the pop. There it goes. Plug that back in. Grab this cable back again now. And yeet that. Alrighty. So the next thing that we want to do is put our human pods in. We've got another one of these oxygen canisters here. Let's grab that. Plug that in there. There's another one here. There's also some oil there if you could be bothered running hoses to your ship. But we've got an infinite poop machine back at Lazarus. And we've set up the oil rig as well, so I can't really be bothered like trying to run cables down just to drain that little bit of oil. It's not really worth it. Alright, so these are filling up. Our methane is full. Oxygen's a bit slower. It does actually take quite a lot. There's a couple more canisters down here though. Let's grab that. And let's plug that one in. Speed up the process just a little bit. And pop it goes. Let's grab our hose back. Alright. So let's run back around to the entrance. Well, we've got another canister here, so we may as well use these up. There's nothing else that we use oxygen for that I am aware of, unless there was something they added in the latest update. Might be future uses for it, but it's easy enough to produce oxygen, so alright. So is this the no, that's not the main entrance. It's on the complete opposite side. There you go, my frames again. Alright, so I mean I'm just stopping a minute so that I can get my right hand corner behind something dark so I can read my FPS. So I'm averaging about 40 to 50. It's a bit of an improvement. But every now and then it still drops down. So I might just hook myself into this for a minute. So a little bit of a charge there. Just to save some time. Alright, so here are our guys. We have our maintenance engineer. So let's grab him. There's also another oxygen canister there. Let's just no, put it in my inventory. Grab this guy. And we will up here. And I'm going to put it here. Not a fan of leaving things on elevators. I have had things despawn on elevators. And I definitely don't want these guys to despawn. We're going to need... Where am I? Got a cable hanging around. That away. Thank you. Right. Suppose... Let's go check what our power's doing. See, all this bad weather is not really doing much. Well, this solar panel is... Did we forget to fix it? We don't have our box of goodies. I think we must have forgot to fix that one. So, where's my crate of supplies? Alright, let's... plug that in there. That one going one way, so let's pick these up. We'll hop down here. Let's drop these down here. That's fine. We'll drain those out. There's my box of supplies. So let's grab that and take that back to the power area. Back over here. Across here. Down the stairs here. Let's just chuck it. We don't want to mess up our cables though. That should be close enough. Alright. Let's patch this up. Alright. This one we built, so that's fine. That one's fine. Let's give these a little tune up. That one's fine. But the sun is going down anyway. Let's just have a quick look at our batteries. Yeah, we've got a little bit of charge. I suppose we can flip the power on. Alright. So, let's go around and actually, let's grab our box here. Alright, I don't need that. Don't need that. Or that. Or that. Or that. Those. Let's grab a teddy bear. And $100 of survival dollars. So there's two different types of cash. That is for an achievement. I don't usually have the Steam overlay open when I'm recording, so you won't see it pop up, but there's two achievements that we are gonna do. One of them requires sending 100 survival dollars to space, And the other one requires sending a teddy bear to space. So that's on the Steam achievements page. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to do that. So, got this guy. Let's grab our third one. We went the long way around, didn't we? Yep. Okay. Grab this one. Up the stairs over here. Would have been the quicker way to go. Across to here. Yeah, this elevator. It is going to go up. Okay. This elevator 9 out of 10 times glitches out on me. And doesn't work. Or at least it doesn't work from here. I need to climb up and then call it up. So I'll put these guys on. I hop on. It doesn't go up. So there are a bunch of stairs that go all the way up. All the way. And it usually makes me climb all the way up there. Press the button at the top to call the elevator. So I don't know if that's something, whether they've fixed it. But let's click this switch. That extends a little bridgeway out here. Click that. That opens a door. And in here. This is inside the rocket where we have 3 receptacles. So that's our dock. And careful not to fall off the edge there. This is our maintenance engineer. Which means this one will be our basic supplier. And I don't know, like, what sort of difference any of that makes of what type of people you send up. Okay. So we are just waiting for the oxygen, which seems to have stopped. Let's head back down and have a look. We should have had enough to fill that up. So may need to check our cables maybe. Put a one-way cable wrong somewhere. Let's have a look at what's going on over here. Where is my gas cables? Up there. Oh, I see. That one is supposed to be plugged in to there. And it is supposed to be one way. So I must have plugged these canisters into the wrong one. It's this one here is the one that's supposed to be into the canister. Let's grab this canister. And I just yanked that cable out of there. So let's put that back in. Alright. Let's grab this one. Alright. Okay. Let's grab that cable. Let's just yeet these out of the way. Alright. So, while we are waiting for that to fill up the last little bit of oxygen there, we can unplug our methane. Close that. And we go back up. Back up here. Hop into the rocket. Yeah, we do have a terminal over here. There's one downstairs as well. There's also one.
All systems are green. The rocket is perfectly ready. We're on the verge. Just one step, one command away from everything we've worked for. It's all aligning now.
So
the time has finally come. Humanity is ready to reach for the stars once more.
all right. So yeah, there's this terminal here, and I believe we can activate it from here. However, our quest wants us to go to mission control, which is that it there, or is it? Yeah, I think it's that one over there, and we need to power that one as well. But first of all, I'm gonna hop in here. Let me just turn my light on for a minute. I'm going to close this door for a sec. And I'll hop up here if I can. Okay. We are going to drop the teddy bear. And the reason I close the door is because when we drop this $100, it's going to go everywhere. And I want to make sure that it all stays in the rocket. Okay. So we can now close this up. We can bring the little bridge back. We go back downstairs. Turn my flashlight off. Yeah, I'm not sure if they fixed it in the last patch. I'll have a quick look, but alright, we missed a stop. Let's pop back up here. Let's check the terminal. Yeah, so I haven't done this yet. It says disconnected for all of them, but we still have disconnected. So let's disconnect that one, close that up, and now it should be all ready to go. So our next quest is to get into mission control over there, but that is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.